and also things that Sarah doesn't know yet. From now on, Sarah will go on an adventure with Kelvin and other friends according to his own will.
海にも行ってみたい。山や他の町や別の大陸にも思ってたよりずっと楽しい。全部が新鮮。
The next day, Kelvin and Ethel had upgraded their forging and sewing abilities to S rank. Kelvin and Ethel gave Sarah a very powerful piece of equipment, an S-rank Black Gold Devil and the Mad Queen armor. Sarah's weapon is made from Victor's armor base, and Sarah really likes this equipment. Furthermore, Garrett was given the S-rank Dainsleif Devil Sword. Kelvin adjusted the size of this sword like the one Garrett had previously used. Sarah asked Kelvin, "Then what are your and Ethel's new equipment like?" Kelvin replied that later they would show if they were already in battle.
戦闘時のお楽しみってことだよ。
Then Kelvin wanted to rest first because he always stayed up late to improve his forging ability. Ethel asked Kelvin, after resting, "What do you want to eat, Master? Let me make some food for you." Then Kelvin suddenly felt like eating rice. He didn't know the cause of his wish, even though his memory had been sacrificed before his reincarnation.
お米食べたい。
Then they immediately went to the Torridge city. Kelvin heard the news that in that town, there was a food similar to rice. Ethel was also looking forward to the food that Kelvin meant. Rio also gave Kelvin permission to temporarily leave the city. Meanwhile, Melfina is away from Kelvin's communication network because she is busy. She advised Kelvin yesterday that Melfina wants to rearrange his human form clone, so Kelvin can later immediately summon her using summoner skills. Of course, Melfina's posture and beauty will remain ideal so Kelvin can fall in love with her again. On the other side, Sarah enjoyed this trip because it was her first time seeing the outside world. Sarah was very excited because she saw a beautiful river and a boat floating on it. Sarah asked Kelvin to go to the river and get on the boat. Then Kelvin said he promised to later teach Sarah how to fish in the river.
楽しみにしてるわ。乗ってみたい。
今度な。
Then Sarah said she felt a group of people watching them from a distance. Kelvin also sensed it, and suddenly, a group of evil bandits named Black Wind appeared in front of them. The man who was escorting Kelvin's party was terrified because it turned out that Black Wind was still there. Even though this group of bandits had already been exterminated by the A-rank adventurers from the Trison city. Kelvin detected the status of these bandits, and he saw that their level was too low for his party to resist. So Kelvin told Sarah to have fun with the bandits because Kelvin had no interest in fighting them. Sarah is also not allowed to use her new weapon so as not to attract too many people's attention. Then Sarah met these bandits. At first, they underestimated Sarah because she was just a woman. They also made fun of him even more because, according to the rumors, the adventurers from Potsy City were very weak. But when they want to fight Sarah, Sarah is very excited because her abilities are much stronger than before. The status increase buff on Kelvin's summoner class is very effective. Sarah also likes fighting, just like Kelvin. So Sarah wanted to quickly fight strong people or monsters. One of the bandits, Karna, said Kelvin's party would be nothing against the Black Wind boss. He was level 70, and his abilities were powerful. After hearing that, Sarah and Kelvin asked for details about the Black Wind boss that Karna said. Then they arrived at the city of Torridge. Kelvin visited the city harbor first because he wanted to show Sarah the beautiful ocean. Sarah was amazed by the sight she saw. She just found out that the ocean is vast and beautiful. Sarah is grateful for being able to see this world together with Kelvin and his friends. She also wanted Kelvin to teach him how to swim because Victor had not taught Sarah before. Afterward, they went to the Adventurers Guild and handed Karna over to the guild master named Mist. Mist had heard Rio's story that Kelvin was the strongest adventurer from Potsy City. Mist and Rio were teammates. Then Kelvin explained the information Karna had given him earlier. Kristoff is an A-rank adventurer from Trison City. In the past, he had reported that the bandit group had been destroyed. Since then, Kristoff has been considered a hero. But based on information from Karna, Kristoff became the leader of the bandit group and carried out the slave trade. Mist didn't expect that Black Wind would still exist. Mist wants Kelvin to solve this problem, but Kristoff's nickname Hero becomes a barrier. If done rashly, there will be a dispute between the Trison and Torage countries. In Kelvin's mind, he didn't want to fight Kristoff because his level was still 70. He wanted to fight a higher power than his own. So Kelvin is not eager to help with this matter. But suddenly, Kelvin remembered that Melfina was going to the god altar to meet someone and the heroes at that time. Then Rio also said that the heroes are on an adventure to defeat the monsters that are getting stronger. So Kelvin had an ingenious idea to overcome this boredom of fighting. Kelvin told Sarah to detect the area. He wanted to know whether the heroes were in this city or not. Then Sarah replied that in the city of Torage, 4 people were level 50 and above had just arrived. After hearing that, Kelvin got excited again and accepted the quest to catch Kristoff. Kelvin also told Mist to give this quest to the heroes who had just arrived in this city. Fighting Kristoff is easy, and Kelvin is plotting something for his own pleasure as a battle junkie.
俺は運がいい。それじゃあ俺が戦えない。
王の悪い癖だな。
After that, Kelvin and his party quickly found Black Wind's base. They saved a mother and child named Ruka from prison that was there. After that, Kelvin and his party finished off Kristoff and the others very quickly.
からやるのは戦いじゃない。薄汚れた皿を洗うような。実はお前らに興味はなくてね。
何？
メインディッシュが来る前にな。
On the other side, Mist invited the heroes to discuss the bandits who carried out the slave trade. Tuya says that the heroes are ready to help with this matter to save others. At first, Setsuna scolded Tuya for his high level of naivety. But after they had a discussion, the heroes were willing to accept the quest from the Mist. Mist said that there were A-rank adventurers who had already gone before them. So the heroes had to get there immediately to help these A-rank adventurers. Finally, the heroes arrived at Black Wind's base. Nana said the situation was bizarre because they had not found the bandits. They also didn't know where the A-rank adventurers had gone. Niyabi also didn't detect any bandits in this passage. Then Tuya told Setsuna to check the hallway area using his abilities. Setsuna said that there was a group of people gathered in front. Their status could not be known by Setsuna. After arriving at a room, they immediately entered and found Clotho there. Ruka's mother also asks about their identity and why they are here. At first, Tuya wanted to kill Clotho, but Ruka stopped him. She forbade Tuya to kill him because the owner of this slime was the one who had saved the slaves here. Nana, who has a beast tamer class, tries communicating with Clotho. Then Nana said that Clotho was assigned to look after the slaves here. Tuya also apologized to Ruka and the others for having misunderstood. Tuya also says they are the heroes of the kingdom of God Doremus. Then the slaves apologized for being rude to the heroes. They also asked the heroes to help the A-rank adventurers fighting the bandits. Then the heroes immediately went to the main room of the Black Wind base. After arriving there, it was seen that Kristoff and his friends had fainted. Then the heroes immediately met Kelvin and his party, and they thought Kelvin's party was the Black Wind bandits.